Bonjour. Okay, welcome. So I am going to put this video on all three of my levels, French 1, 2, and 3, but I am going to show you probably just the French 3 page. So I'm making this video just so you can get an idea of a couple of the changes to how I've laid out the PowerSchool page. If you find it pretty easy to navigate, then wonderful. I tried to make it as simple as possible. However, in case you just want me to guide you through a little bit, then you can go ahead and watch this video. So I'm doing this at the start of our new unit because there's a difference between how cycle 1 was laid out and how this unit is. And if this goes really well, then I don't want to keep changing, then this is going to be how we do it. But I have made these changes because how I was teaching in cycle 1 was awesome. It worked well, but I feel like going into the next units, I might slightly change how I'm teaching to change the pace slightly. And so you will need to look carefully at the page to find your activities for the day. So let's just have a look at basically the unit overview. The first page that you'll come to will be unit 2. So for French 3 it says l'enfance, but whatever your title of your unit is, you can look here, it tells you clearly the date range. So the start date for all of our units is the 28th, September 28th, and then the end date might vary because the length of these units are going to be different now for French 1, 2, and 3. Okay, there is going to be a unit overview. This is taken from our scope and sequence, so it tells you what generally the unit is about. You might want to look quickly at like the grammar focus, the vocab focus. I'm telling you even what the assessment will be, some of the activities you can expect to cover throughout the unit, and a calendar, and there may also be announcements and stuff that come up on that front page. So as usual, you're going to look over on the left, right here where my cursor is, and instead of saying week 1 now, I've put it all in French for all of you because your French is that awesome. You can cope with it. It says semaine une, which is week 1, and so look at the date range for that week. So we're just going to look at the first week because we are starting the first week, and now you can see the big difference between how it looked before and now how it looks. So you need to look up at the top of the page. It tells you which stream you are following, which daily activities you are following, if you are group 1 or group 2. Now for my French 3 is group 1, and fully virtual, my fully virtual are also group 1. But you need to look carefully because if you're French 1, then it's group 2 is fully virtual. Okay, so just look carefully. If you're fully virtual, it says very clearly in English, and this is where you look for your daily activities. So you follow the arrow down, and instead of having the whole week's assignments up there or daily activities, I'm just going to put different blocks for each different day. And it's in French, but you all by now know basic calendar in French. So lundi is Monday, and then 28th September, and luckily the next few months are Septembre, Octobre, Novembre, Décembre. They're all cognates, so you're going to be fine for the rest of this semester. And then I've just kind of listed the activities, the things that you're doing, the things that you need to complete in that day in that box. Okay, so unless it says otherwise, whenever you see this is an activity to do that day in that lesson. Okay, unless it's a big assessment or it's something where I put an assignment block over here with other deadlines, just assume, like you have been doing, that this is a daily activity. You get it done by 4:10 that day. Okay, and so you can see that the group 1 activities, watching a video, Google form, and copying notes on paper, looks different to the group 2. Group 2 are doing lecture lundi. They have a check-in, they have something to read, and then they have a reading log. So it's important that you understand what group you're in and that you do that day's assignments. Okay, because this is going to change depending on if you're an in-person day or an at-home day. And so that's how I'm going to adjust my teaching ever so slightly. So there's going to be less videos, well, I'm still probably going to end up doing the same amount of videos, but maybe, hopefully, less videos, maybe less Google Forms, and more things that we can do when we're in person, and then things when we can do at home. If you're fully virtual, then obviously you're all the time at home, but you're going to follow that same pace of direct instruction through a video, and then practice without direct instruction on those off days. So that's the plan, so we'll see how it goes. On the third column over here, you'll see there's just an overview. So although you don't have the week like agenda, this does give you an idea of what else to expect in a week. So for all classes, you're all going to be, for all groups, you're going to be preparing for special person interviews. There's going to be a visual lecture of Madame Hunter's childhood, and you're going to do a comic strip. That's not entirely everything, but that's like the majority, like a good overview. Okay, so you know where we're going. And then there's a little bit of space here as we do like a special or important announcements might come up here, or more likely like an assignment block. So for whatever day, you can click over here and complete that assignment if it's something to turn in on PowerSchool. Okay, so all the rest of the levels look the same. I'll skip over French 2. French 2, I think you can handle it, and just have a look at French 1 for my French 1 students. So you can see how you are Group 1 blended, and this is Group 2 blended or fully virtual. So you, yours for the first day looks identical, so there's no change there. But as we go through the Tuesdays, the Wednesday, the Thursday work will look a little different. Okay, and your overview looks different as well. Okay, so play around with it. Just the biggest thing to do is make sure you're on the right day and you know what group you are. If you have any questions, if any of that isn't clear or showing up, then please let me know. The last thing I want to end with, because this has come up by several students, is they click on a link and it doesn't work for them the first time, so then they don't do it. They say the link didn't work, but the link does work. So you didn't try hard enough. So you need to refresh PowerSchool. You can come back to it a little bit later. You should definitely, if it's not working after a few times, contact me and email me and tell me straight away, the link didn't work, how can I get the video? Normally it's people are struggling to access the video for some reason, because most of the time when that happens, like 99.9% of the time, you're the only student that says that, and all the rest of everybody else has completed the work. So you then fall behind and you then get an F or a 0 or whatever in your grade book because you didn't try hard enough. So send me an email, and the students that do that, I send them a link directly to watch it. And then they bypass PowerSchool because they can just click directly on the YouTube and watch the video. So there's always a way. If you don't tell me, then I can't help you, and I presume that you're not trying. So sometimes PowerSchool does glitch. It's not perfect. YouTube is more consistent. That's why I put the videos on there. You can just go directly to YouTube for all of the lesson videos. I publish them as public, so anybody can access them. So you can just do it off your phone if you want to, and then come onto PowerSchool for the Google form and the other things that you need. So just let me know, because I can send all of these things. I can send you a link through an email. So if PowerSchool is not working, I can send you the link through the email. But you need to take responsibility for that. Okay? That's just the last thing, just a little thing that I've noticed, and I'll update you with more info if things change. So again, let me know if you're having any problems with anything. I want to help you. I want to make this as clear as possible, as easy for you to follow, so you can just learn French in the best way possible. Au revoir.